Welcome back to Parsnips and Parsimony. It's dark out. I am filming 10 o'clock at night, but I'm working on my seeds, and this is late. This is really late for me. I usually get this done January, but we were planning a wedding. So I did dig out our seed box. If you guys didn't watch the video from last year, if you're new here, welcome. Last year, this was a piece that I bought and organized all my seeds, which was tremendous. But there's one mistake that I made, and that is I left this box in my greenhouse all summer, and I think I killed my seeds. Yes, very disappointed about that because, well, the good news is I didn't buy a whole ton of seeds. So a lot of them are older. I mean, we're talking 2000, there's some 2011 seeds here. These guys are definitely shot. I'm not gonna even try a germination test on them. I have tried planting them over and over and over for probably the last 5 years, and they just refuse to come up. And I know they say in the seed catalogs that parsnips and onions do not have a long-term lifespan. So they recommend buying seeds every year. So I'm gonna chuck those because those are definitely not going to come up. And if they do, well, I'll have a whole bunch of them in my compost pile like I had my kale last year. The main things I'm interested in doing a germination test will be the broccoli and the cauliflower, along with the cabbage and the Brussels sprouts. Those are the things that need to be going right now. I don't have onion or celery because I know the onions don't last. Don't know about the celery. I'll probably do a germination test on that. I don't expect any of these to actually come up. In past years, I've ordered from Baker Creek, Territorial Seeds, Pine Tree Seeds, Gurney Seeds. I've done Burpee. I've done our local Agway, which is our farm and garden center. I've done some from Tractor Supply. I've done a bunch of different catalogs. They all seem to do about the same thing. I'm pretty happy with all of them. So I think right now I'm looking for a place that has reasonable shipping, if not free shipping. And I'd like to keep the seeds to down anywhere from $1 to $3 a packet. I know it depends on where you go. I would like to get these in quickly since it is March 1st today. And a lot of these things need to get in ASAP. So that's my project for tonight. I'm going to write out what I'm looking to grow, where I'm going to do it, map it out, show you guys my plans, and then get the seeds ordered. All in about an hour and a half. Think I can do it? We're working on our seeds this morning, trying to figure out what we need to buy and what we have currently have. And Mary is running a germination test. These are marigolds. I think these were from last year that we harvested. Had really bad success actually getting marigolds to grow from seed. I don't know why. I'm wondering if they need to freeze before I plant them. But whatever the case, we're gonna give them a germination test. And Mary also harvested some zinnias, right, honey?
Yeah,
or were they cosmos? Or were they, I'm not sure which one.
My zinnias.
So she is going to do a germination test. If you guys have never done this before, wet paper towel, put the seeds in it, and then put it in a plastic bag and seal it up. In a couple days, you should see roots. It's been a couple days since I showed you guys my starting to work through all of the seeds. I have not ordered my seeds because I really needed to collect all the seeds that I had in different spots in the house. So I have some really old seeds here. These I think are from 2017 or 2018. Then last year, my mom, that discount food store that we went to a long time ago. Anyways, my parents still visit there periodically, and they had last fall seeds. I want to say they were 10 for $1. So she picked up different types of tomatoes. She picked up peas, green beans, watermelon, hot peppers, and then just a few other tomatoes, pak choy, things like that. Now these are the blue pumpkin. These are upon research. These are called Jardale. I grew them last year, didn't have a lot of success. The seeds are probably getting older at this point. But then these are broccoli seeds that I saved from last year. And then I also have watermelon seeds that I saved from last year. These guys are by far some of my favorite, and they must be a cross because I cannot find the Milano paste tomatoes that are indeterminate. I can find them determinate, but not indeterminate. And these are by far one of my favorite paste tomatoes. So these were definite keepers. I hope they didn't cross. From what I read, they shouldn't have crossed, but I don't know. So we did save those seeds. And then the kids picked some peas. We did save those. And then jalapeno peppers. Obviously, I have jalapeno peppers here, so I'm not sure. You know, I'll probably just do a combination of them all. Then I have the marigolds. Now, we did do some germination tests earlier. So our first test was some sweet peppers along with basil, and then I had a broccoli and a pak choi. Well, the broccoli and pak choi, there was no problems with those seeds because here they all are. I went ahead and once they sprouted, I pricked them out and replanted them into this deeper container with a mixture of potting mix with my own homemade compost. So those worked really well. These were those poor little lettuces that I did a germination test on, but interesting. Look at how pale the leaves are, and I don't know if you can see it, but these guys do not do well in just the seed starting mix. You really need to fertilize, and I was testing it to see how much fertilizer was in that soil, and there wasn't much. So I put them in here earlier this week, and they are doing much better. They looked really bad earlier, and I have some empty spots here. So I have more plants that I'm checking the germination on. I have parsley, 2 different types of basil, and then rosemary. Not sure if they're going to come up or not. We're about, 4 days in, and I don't see anything yet, but we'll keep an eye on that. Lydia also tried her 4 o'clocks that we kept last year, and we just noticed they're just starting to germinate. So yay, that was successful. And then Mary is doing some more germination tests on marigolds, and I think it's Cosmos or Zinnia seeds for me to see if I need to get more of those. Pretty much everything is going really well considering I kept the plants in the greenhouse most of the summer. They seem like they're germinating and they're doing okay. That being said, I will probably order some seeds from Baker Creek Seeds. If you have not checked out their seeds, this is their catalog from last year. I love their seeds. I love their variety. I already have part of my order put together. Part of it's from Pine Tree Seeds. I've ordered from them before and been very happy with those seeds as well. I am going to be purchasing some more flower seeds this year and herbs because I want to do more attracting of pollinators and bees into the garden. Not pregnant. I know there's been some rumors. Not pregnant. And I'm looking forward to a really good, strong summer to put a lot of time into the garden. So I want to do more growing of my own flowers and getting the garden really in ship shape after everything last year and the year before. You know, things got a little messy. So this year is going to be the year that I'm planning on getting it up and running, full steam ahead, and I'm really excited. So it's cheaper to buy your own seeds and then grow however much you want rather than buy the 6-packs. And now that I have the greenhouse and I have that availability, I can do that. I have some 2024 o'clock seeds. Again, no shortage on 4 o'clock seeds. These are canna lily seeds from a couple different seasons. I don't actually plant them, but you can. And if I were to start them now, we would have no problem. I usually just save the bulbs down in the basement for the winter. And then kale, tons and tons of kale seeds. Again, no shortage of kale seeds either. It is March 11th and we're in a zone 5. So we're looking at planting. It could be as soon as 2 or 3 weeks. It might be a little sooner than that. It just depends on how soon I can get into the soil. Currently, it's snowing. Yes. I'm not going to be getting out into the garden for at least another week, and then it'll be Mud City. But it'll happen soon, and it'll happen fast. It's March. And yesterday, I also pulled out all of the geraniums out of the basement. It doesn't seem like it's been that long since I just put them down there, but I did pull them out. They were waking up, telling me it's time to get going. So I just want to document that that's what these look like when you pull them out and you prune them, they look really sad. And you know how good they looked last year. So, you know, if you're doing this, don't be afraid. They'll probably be fine. I took the tops, you can see these are the ones that I pruned the tops off, and I just put them right in the soil. Not all of them will grow. These are the main stems and the main roots, and these guys should sprout in maybe 10-15 days. It'll take them a few days to kind of get acclimated. Just keep them well watered. And then if you watched last year's vlogs, I told you I was going to try to keep the, oh, what was this called, Lydia?
What?
What is this one called?
Geranium?
No. Oh, what is the poofy purple and pink flowers?
You mean the ones that make
Make them stain. What is that? Okay, I had to look it up. It's a fuchsia. That fuchsia plant I have tried for, I think this is my 3rd year trying to keep it alive. And I put this one in the basement. It's alive. I can't believe it. I don't know how well it's gonna come out. But if you look right here, that's new growth. And then if you look at all these, there's actually, these are little bud segments that are just starting to come out. There was taller ones, like this grew just from yesterday, this red part here. So I'm hopeful that this will survive, so that's in. And then the Martha Washington, well, this is a learning curve. This thing looks so stringy, and I don't know if I can prune this like a regular geranium. I don't know. So I'm giving it a couple days to green up, and then I'm gonna pinch one of these off and see if I can root it, and then try growing it that way. This is my learning plant this year. And then I have a couple more geraniums here. So I have 5 buckets of geraniums this year, just from the 3 plants I had last year. And then these are the plants that Charity and Art got me for my birthday last year. And look at this, guys, look at this. These are flowers, and this particular one is a lime, so I'm hopeful we'll have lime flowers on it. And then this one is my pink lemon, and this one does not have flowers, but it does have new growth. I pruned this one pretty heavy last year, so I'm not surprised it doesn't have flowers. And this guy I did prune, but I didn't prune as heavy. Oh, look. Those are little baby limes. Aren't they cute? All right, so that's the garden update. I have not sat down to draw out my plans. I think I'll save that for another video of what I'm planning for the garden, but I'm hoping we'll get these all planted in the next week or 2 and get those started. Oh, and I forgot to mention, I did go to our local garden center and bought onion seeds and celery, because those need to start now. These, if you're in a zone 4 or 5, you need to start those seeds now so they can get started. In fact, they probably should have started them back the last week of February, but yeah, didn't happen here. So I went ahead and got the seeds. I'm gonna plant those today. Did that work? And we'll give it a go. So thanks so much for watching. I hope you're having a fabulous day. Tell me in the comments below what you're working on in your garden, and are you expanding? Are you staying the same? Are you trying any new plants? I always encourage you guys to pick one new plant for the season and try something new. And we'll see you for our next video. Bye. So I'm going to try to get my onion seeds planted. You guys are gonna laugh where I'm doing my seeds this year. I'm in my bathroom. The back downstairs bathroom we don't use. We're not having a lot of company in right now. And we had so much snow. Oh, that did not sound good. I think that was Cheerios. Yep, I think the Cheerios took a dive. All right, back to the potting soil. It's in my bathroom. Brought in this big pot, and I've got my soil mix here, and this has just been easiest because we've got so much snow right now. So I have a container. I'm gonna plant my onions and celery in, and once they sprout, I'll put them into another container. But for now, this should work. And this is I just did a mix of compost and then a potting soil mix. I guess the reason I'm showing why I have dirt in my bathroom is to encourage you guys. I know not all of you have places you can garden, but you can make do with what you have. So balconies, porches, any place that gets a good amount of sun. You can container garden. It doesn't have to be like the amount of gardening that I do in the ground. There's a lot of other alternatives out there, and anything that you grow is helpful for you, and it's growing your own food. That's amazing. So I encourage you, use what space you have. As long as you have about 6 hours of good, strong sunlight in the summer, I don't care if it's a balcony, I don't care if it's in a pot, you can grow plants. Now, not all plants will grow in pots, but you can grow a large variety of different plants. And there's a whole ton of information here on YouTube. So don't ask me about all the container planting, because I don't do a ton of container planting. But there's tons of options out there for you guys if you do your digging around and look for it. But I'm using my bathroom right now. That's what works best for me. I've got my soil. I'm going to plant my onions.